Anthony was motivated and determined to always be the best in his personal life and career. He was ultimately a family man, and family was the most important part of life to him. He genuinely loved meeting new people and learning about them. He became friends with everyone that he met.
As much as he loved new people and his friends, nothing ever compared to his love for me, my mom, and my sister. He was very involved and spent as much time as possible with us just to make us happy. He was also coaching my softball team, my sister's softball team, and was on the softball board.
My dad was funny, strong, amazing, and the kindest person that you would ever meet. He had big muscles because he loved to work out, and he never gave up.
Anthony was our family rock. He was the best dad to our daughters, and the girls have always looked up to him. He was my partner and my best friend. He's the one I would go to with anything, and he always had the best advice.
He came up with a handshake for each of us and never failed to remember them, and we did them every night. Needless to say, he was an amazing father in the eyes of me and my sister. I do not doubt that everyone who knew him misses him dearly.
He was a great dad. He was loving, caring, and sweet. He was always at every event that my sister and I were in. He was always up for an adventure.
Anthony loved being a firefighter. Being a firefighter was his ultimate career goal. He began his fire career at age 18 when he entered the Air Force. He joined the Phoenix Fire Department in 2011, which was a dream come true. He loved every second of being on a truck. He valued the friendships he made and loved the culture. Being a firefighter wasn't just a job for him. It was an important part of his life. He loved the job, which quickly became a second family.
It felt like a huge family. I loved when he would come home and tell us stories about his calls. I overall am so grateful that we were blessed enough to be a part of the fire department community.
I loved how he was tough, strong, and always wanted to help people. And he was a captain too.
When he got taken off the truck, he was absolutely devastated. Anthony was diagnosed with adrenal cortical carcinoma and renal cell carcinoma in February of 2023. I'll never forget when he called me at work. My heart broke as he told me the news, and I burst into tears. I asked if he was okay, and his response was, "Of course, I've got this." Anthony had surgery to remove part of his kidney and his adrenal gland. The next 2 years were filled with traveling across the country to meet ACC experts in New York and Texas. He went through countless rounds of radiation and chemo, which made him sick and weak. Every scan showed continued progression of disease. He began to have more frequent hospitalizations, which eventually led to hospice. It was a daily struggle to watch my husband go through cancer physically and mentally.
I remember from my dad's treatment journey that as soon as he was diagnosed, he did not give up hope. That was just how my dad always was, willing to fight if it meant he could be here with us. He was the strongest man I have ever known, and I am so proud to have called him my father.
He fought cancer and he was amazing. He was strong enough to throw me in the pool. We wanted to go on as many trips as we could until he passed away.
Life is different now that he is gone. I feel the emptiness every single day. When he initially passed away, I didn't think I could live life. It was hard to breathe. It was hard to even picture what our life would look like. Grief is the hardest thing in my life I have walked through. Some days are hard to focus, and some days I feel numb and out of place.
Now that my dad is gone, life is definitely different. It's definitely been difficult to readjust and go back to normal.
It's sad that he is not here, but we made as many memories as we possibly could.
Scott was truly one of the most amazing men you would ever have the privilege to meet. Loyal, humble, hardworking, funny, charismatic, genuine, incredibly kind and selfless, but most of all, the greatest husband and father we could ask for.
There isn't a word that can describe my dad. He was just so full of positivity and filled with light, and he would give little pieces of his light to every single person he talked to. That basically tells you the kind of person he was.
When I think of the man my dad was, there is one saying that comes to mind. A phrase I heard shortly after he passed that has stuck with me since. He was taken so early because he was simply too perfect for this earth.
He was our everything. He was my soulmate, love of my life, and truly my favorite person. He was my friend since we were 13.
I remember him always being tired and getting no sleep from shifts at work, yet you wouldn't suspect a thing. He would play with me and my toys, film YouTube videos, all of that, even though he was so exhausted.
Scott knew he wanted to be a firefighter from a very young age. He loved it. From the adrenaline rush to the people he was able to help and save, it was his calling and he was great at it.
There's no doubt in my mind that firefighting was his perfect calling. He was born to do it. Although he was gone often, the pride of knowing my father was saving lives and putting out fires always brought me comfort.
In May of 2024, Scott was having headaches and some sinus pressure. Got a prescription for a sinus infection. Didn't help. We started noticing his right eye beginning to swell. With headaches still persistent, he came off what would be his last shift, July 22nd, 2024. Scott was diagnosed with a tumor. 2 days later, he was diagnosed with cancer.
When my dad told us he had cancer, I didn't think much of it. Partially because he was so positive about it, and also because I'd never really had a negative experience with cancer. I didn't know it could be life-threatening to somebody who was so healthy and never even got sick. But only 10 days later, when he was hanging on to life by a thread, did I realize what we were dealing with.
Nut carcinoma, an extremely rare and aggressive cancer, is what he was diagnosed with. 1 in 16 million.
In that hospital room was where he told us that he had a rare form of cancer. Instead of showing the tears I could tell he was holding back, he only kept a smile.
Scott was always in pain, super hard to control. He slept a lot, but who could blame him? Scott would only make it 5 months after diagnosis. We spent 2.5 months in the hospital.
My last memories of him are not him being his bright, cheery self. It's haunting memories of being in a room for 3 days with a sick person that I don't even recognize. Saying goodbye and telling him I love him. And just having a hope he hears it.
It's hard without him here, and I miss him every day. But I know in my heart that his death was not in vain. The worth of someone's life isn't measured by how much money they had, but by the number of people they had a positive effect on. And no one had a bigger effect than my father did.
Grief is like having a rock in your pocket. It's always there and you feel it, but you learn to live with it. You have to. Heavy at times, the weight bringing you to your knees. It's the evidence of love, and I grieve hard, which means we loved hard. Life is so much harder now. Nothing comes easy for us. I miss him every single second of the day.